But it is Tuesday, the 5th of July 2022. You're watching Chris on Real Talk. How is it going? So, it's been a bit of a weird, isn't it? You know, since 2019, all sorts have happened with pandemics, which is still on, by the way. Don't you forget it. You know, COVID's still a thing. You know, we've got war in Ukraine. We've got all kinds of shit going on with Brexit still. All of these things going on, you know. But because of this war in Ukraine, because of this, fuel prices. Now, I've always said what I would do if I was running this country, you know, and I stand by all the things that I said I would do if I was running this country. But when it comes to fuel prices, honestly, I feel like every time I go and put petrol in my car, it feels like the government, Boris Johnson in particular, and Rishi Sunak, are trying to spit roast me with a sandpaper condom that's split at the end. I feel like I'm literally being tag team fucked by the cost of fuel. So here's my solution, because I don't see it getting better anytime soon, and I genuinely do think there's going to be some kind of mass countrywide protest. I mean, seriously, something's got to give. I mean, that there was £1.92 per litre. For those of you who are in the States, you complain about your high gas prices. Seriously, you're living the dream. You're still living the dream with your prices. You've got no idea how easy you have it. Okay, so £1, and in some places I've actually seen it over £2 a litre for unleaded. Unleaded. So considering the majority of the cost of fuel is duty, this is my solution to the fuel crisis. This is what we should do, okay? Or what Rishi Sunak should do. For 12 months, completely abolish the duty. Keep VAT on it, but completely take away the duty on petrol and diesel and LPG. That alone will have a massive knock-on effect for the rest of the economy. Seriously, businesses will have to start reducing their prices because they're not spending so much money on delivery costs which are bumped up by the cost of fuel. You see, money can be saved across the board, which means companies can then start putting actual wages back in people's pockets. And after 12 months, they can reintroduce duty to fuel at a rate of 10%. You see, and every year after that, add an extra 5%. And for the extra money that they're losing on the duty, they can just add an extra 50p or an extra £1 to a packet of cigarettes. Because I'm not being funny, if people want to smoke, they're going to smoke. If people want to smoke, they're going to spend the money. You know, so the government will have a way of raking the money back in anyway, you see. And in all fairness, I mean, there's a lot fewer cars on the road, which is good for the environment, don't get me wrong. But people need to drive places. You reduce the yet again the story of so yeah, this is what's driving me mad with the cost of fuel. This is what I would do, you see. And I'm still saying I'd be a fan of NHS where you volunteer to add an extra 5% of your wage to a opt-in system called NHS Plus, where if you pay for NHS Plus, that goes onto your either national insurance number, so the NHS can find you as a NHS Plus member, at which point you get all minor prescriptions for free for the year, you know, just free for long, you know, massive discount on a bit more private seeing a GP. And I think that if you're 75 or over, if you have a, what it is actually, instead of an offer of interest, it's basically a way of saying, come here and we're going to fuck you up the arsehole until you bleed That's basically what it is. You look at those numbers, you look for the lowest possible number, which at the moment is £1.86 in this local area, which means they're still going to fuck you up the arse and bleed, only it's not going to be as much of a bleed. You see? Anyway, on that painful note, love you lots, goodbye, see you later.